Alright, today we're going to be taking a first look at an isosceles triangle. So this is a very special type of triangle which gets it a name, isosceles triangle. Now the isosceles triangle is going to be very unique because there will be certain key points to it and certain terminology that goes along with this type of triangle. One of the first things that we want to take a look at are the three sides of the isosceles triangle. Now two of those sides are going to be identical. And that'll be this side over here and this side over here. Both of those sides get a very, very special name called legs. So the legs in an isosceles triangle will be also denoted by this piece right here and this piece right here, those little marks, because those marks mean that those legs are congruent. So one of the things we want to know, and we can tell that from our diagram, is that a leg is going to equal the other leg. Now the third side, not to feel left out, the third side, it gets its own name, and the third side is called the base, and the base is going to be the name of the third side. So we've got two legs and a base that describe the sides of an isosceles triangle. Now when we move on and we talk about the angles in an isosceles triangle, we do have to remember one of the things here, and that's where the location of the legs are. Wherever the legs are, what we're going to do is kind of take a look at diagonally from where those legs are. In this case, we'd be taking a look at angles 1 and angle 2. So where those two angles are, what we would be taking a look at is a very special name for those angles, and they're called base angles. Now the base angles in this case are angles 1 and angle 2. So those two angles are my base angles. Now base angles, one of the things that's kind of unique about them, similar to the legs, the base angles are also going to be equal. So anytime I know where the base angles are, I know that those two angles are going to be equal. Now the third angle in our isosceles triangle, not to feel left out, the third angle also gets a very special name. That's called the vertex angle. And the vertex angle is located in the vertex of where the two legs that are in your isosceles triangle, where those two legs meet. That is where the vertex angle is located. So in this drawing's case, it would be up here where angle 3 is. So we've got our vertex angle and our two base angles. Now one of the things, of course, with triangles that we never, ever, ever want to forget is that the sum of any three interior angles of a triangle, their sum will always be 180 degrees. So those are going to be some of the key points that we'll use in our study of isosceles triangles.